Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm in my C8 E-Ray and we're going over to our friends over at Fast in Westchester, Fast of Westchester, that have an all-wheel drive dyno. They mainly specialize in import vehicles, whereas we're domestic, and thus my dynos, because I have two dynos, are only rear-wheel drive. Yes, they're not front-wheel drive, they're not two-wheel drive, it's rear-wheel drive only. So I'm going to try to head over here in stealth mode, which press the brake, turn this knob, and will give me stealth mode now. It's too cold. It's too cold, it's rainy. Yep, that's right, we're driving over in the rain to find out what kind of numbers this thing produces. Oh my gosh, so wet. It's been rough in Pennsylvania lately. I don't know about the rest of the country, but we have been just getting this monsoon. Like, look at this. Coming out of here, it's just like Flood City. It is crazy. You know what's really funny? I actually saw another Corvette owner out today. I think she works around here, like at the hospital, because we got like a hospital or a medical center like right across the street from us. Yeah, so we probably annoy people. But it was really funny because I'm coming to the light and there it was, C8 just rolling around. So big fan. I mean, it's a daily driver, and I think the E-Ray is more of a daily driver than has ever come out on the C8 world here, just because it's all-wheel drive. It's awesome. It is it's something that if you don't get the performance package, which is like a $500 option on this, you are more suited for it. All that $500 is like the little wickers on the back of the wing, and also the high performance tires instead of all season. And you know, part of me is like, man, I kind of want those all season tires, but I also didn't really want these rims either. So yeah, I don't know. I'm very confused. I'm a confused young lad, and I'm not that young anymore, so I'm really confused. And just like that, and I really do mean just like that, I think I bleeped out maybe like 30 seconds of this video. We are over here at our friends of Fast of Westchester. They are in this building right up here, and I'm going to try not to crash into that car. We're gonna go right to their dyno because I'm just not going to go into the front. We have a dyno around back, all-wheel drive dyno. We're going to drive right in and hope for the best. So the wheelbase of this is 106 inches, and that's why this unnamed gentleman over here, whose head is out of the video, is setting this up to 106. You know, we'll call him Doc Brown. That's what we're going to call him, just because he's the mad scientist. So one thing you guys are about to notice is that I unplugged the front speaker because, well, it's kind of cool. It's not cool. So when I pull this on, it's going to be silent. Alright, it's dyno time. I'm going to take some footage from out here. I'm going to have some footage in there. If shit goes down, it's all going to be recorded, so that'll be okay. So one of the interesting things about this is that I probably do not need to even turn traction control off, because it's the dyno with the link system. So let's see what happens. Will it stay happy? I gotta put it in drive, that'll help. It is staying happy. This is my first time with a Corvette on the dyno that I could actually like drive it. Now I'm gonna turn traction control off just because it I don't want it to inhibit it in any way. And I'm going to do the first run in 5th gear. I think 5th gear is probably the right gear to start with. And then we're going to work our way all the way down to 3rd and see if that electric motor, you know, plays with it. Now one of the things I'm going to do too is I'm going to hit this button down here. This is the force regen button, and that's going to actually have it force battery
to the front wheels. So it's forcing battery to the front wheels by powering the rear wheels more. We're going to get the power level of the battery up to snuff so we can actually run this thing. I am kind of freaking out. The charge is almost up to 100%. Now, one thing I did learn is we have to take this off, otherwise it shuts the power down. Looks like traction control is doing some stupid shit. So I think that I actually need to do some other stupid shit. Our initial pull is jack shit.
Basically, it made massive torque and then decided, I'm gonna shut off.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try again with turning traction control and stability control off and see if that helps, because obviously what I just did not help. Okay, so I don't know if it's the mode I'm in or what, but we're gonna try one more mode before we switch gears, because that's really disappointing. It's really disappointing. So now I'm in performance traction management. I'm in race 2. This is as aggressive as it gets. Okay, without a full charge, here we go. Just see that the horsepower is just not staying. It's like, it's just not there. The torque's there. Like, the torque's way there, and it did make a difference, like in terms of the dyno graph, but
like this time it shows a little bit more horsepower and a lot more torque, but it's not right. Something's just not right here.
Because the electric motor is independent, maybe it is a speed issue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dyno it now in 4th gear. That way, in 4th gear, maybe the speed, the power that it's like putting out stays longer. Maybe we're just getting into the inefficiency of the electric motor. So I'm going to dyno in 4th gear, and then we're going to do 3rd gear, and then we're going to be done. Go. Hey, now that looks a little bit better. Okay, so we switched the numbers over to SAE because that's what we use. And the baseline in 5th gear was abysmal because the power just would shut off. Crazy, right? Well, then this 551 is 4th gear, 551 600 in 4th gear. That's not bad. That's a little bit further than I was hoping. I'm going to try 3rd gear because I think that's my best option. I think that that's where the motor will be efficient all the way through the power band. The front motor, the electric motor, will be efficient all the way through the power band and not let me down. Should ideally have the best numbers, and then we'll be happy. But it might be just like this. It might be that, you know, GM's adding one to the other. Okay, so here we go. 3rd gear. I'm giving it the 100% charge. And we're gonna hope for the best because it hasn't been that smooth so far. 177, you can see the line. It holds it out a little bit better in third gear. The torque's not as much, which actually makes some sense to me because the power band's kind of like equal across the board what the front motor is doing. So the lower the gear, it's not really it doesn't have the higher torque. I don't know. Maybe it makes sense. I'm not 100% sure now that I'm starting to think about it. It's getting way too complicated. It's all this E-race shit. Like I'm trying to figure it out. But you know, frankly, I think this is a little bit more in line. It's not what I was really hoping for, but the numbers still do make sense, and I guess I'm happy with it.
So one piece of information that does make sense is here is a graph between our third gear pull and also the baseline of my 2020 Corvette, and you can see the difference is as clear as day. This thing just makes so much extra power everywhere, although it doesn't seem like I can get that to show up in fifth gear, and I'm really kind of disappointed in that. But otherwise, I know this car is a blast to drive on the street. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and we're gonna just keep on plugging and chugging with it and get to tuning soon.
So that was pretty cool. Thanks again to the guys at Fast of Westchester for letting me use their dyno. It's always awesome hanging out. We got some cool stuff that we can do together. He's got a really cool car, Doc Brown, where it's got it's a Corvette with the Valeria kit, something like that. I can't remember the exact name, but it looks radical, and it's really, really cool, and it's supercharged, and yours truly gets to tune it. So I'm really happy about that. So heading back to the shop with a little bit of disappointment, but a little bit of happiness, kind of understanding a little bit more about this. It is a new platform, so there's just a lot to know. I don't know if there's a better dyno mode. I don't know if there's anything that we're going to be able to do with tuning. But these are the things that we're going to find out as we venture down this path. So stick with us, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Adios.
What do you think of it, Bubby?
I always said that one day I was gonna have a Lamborghini. And today is that one day. But it's like making a deal with the devil because you twist the words and it's only one day. Might as well drive it in the rain now. Okay, here we go.